Down the street the dogs are barking and the days are getting dark. As the night comes in a falling, the dogs will lose their bark. And the silent night will shatter from the sounds inside my mind. Yes, I'm one too many mornings, 1,000 miles behind. Boom! Mike's Music Method. How is it going, y'all? Today I am bringing you another great early Dylan song, One Too Many Mornings. I love this song. It's another one years ago I remember learning and playing, although I did not do the goofy tuning that I'll tell you about in a moment. But this is a great song. I would argue it can be for advanced players because there's a lot to learn. The goofy tuning, open A, is fun enough, but can be done for beginners too. There's not, there's some difficult moments, but if you're new to Travis picking, you got at least a couple songs under your belt. Again, in every video, check out the Travis picking playlist, and then also check out the one that'll pop up in a second, the Travis picking primer. But if you got a couple of my tunes under your belt, dive into this one. It is so gorgeous. Another one of these moody or like emotional Dylan tunes. And again, I think that comes from all of these open notes ringing out. Like despite the chord changes going from 1-4-5, you have some droning notes that create that sensation of longing. But let's just dive in. This song's fantastic. Don't skip this video. It's beautiful, fun tuning, whatever. If you search for this song, you know why you're here. This song is gorgeous. I'm breaking it down as close as I can to the way Dylan is doing it. And I promise the lighting in the video is better than it is right now. It's late at night, but I'm really excited to finish this song and get it out to y'all. So here we go. Let's do it. Bob Dylan's One Too Many Mornings. I used to cover it years ago, but I kind of did it in standard tuning and it wasn't that accurate. So here, I honed in as much as I could. I will admit, I actually had to cheat. I could not figure out the tuning going blind into it. Blind-eared, that is, deaf. I was trying different open D with a capo on in different positions, double drop D, and I was like, what the heck is he doing? So I looked it up. Even here at Mike's Music Method, I will still stand on the shoulders of those before me sometimes. So there were a couple tabs that had this in open A tuning, and I will admit, I have never come across this before. The tuning is, it's E, A, or sorry, it's, E, A, C sharp, E, A, C sharp. So E, A, you're dropping the D to a C sharp. Then you have the G goes down to an E, the B goes down to an A, then the E goes down to a C sharp. You're gonna have to tune it a few times. My guitar does not like this tuning, so if I fall out of tune in the video, please forgive me. I will keep tuning though. When you have the capo on the 3rd fret, it's going to be G, C, I'm already falling out again, G, C, E. Then you're dropping this one down, it's gonna be a G, a C, and an E. So now it sounds a C chord, but don't get confused by the capo. We're just gonna call it open A tuning. Really another beautiful way to tune the guitar to an open chord. But let's get into the song. It's beautiful and fun. I love this song. Dylan eases us in with measure 1 and 2. Simple Travis picking, thumbs going back and forth between 5 and 4. We have a pinch at the beginning, 5 and 2. I'm using my middle finger, but you can use your index. 5 and 2, thumbs alone on 4. Then we stagger that. Then it's 5, 2, 4. So it's pinch, thumb alone, thumb, middle, thumb, or thumb, pointer, thumb. So that's that first measure, pinch, thumb, thumb, and thumb. Second measure is the same, slightly different rhythm. You have thumb alone, then you have the pinch on 4 and 2. Then the same ending, which is 5, 2, 4. So we put them together, we have this. Pinch, thumb, thumb, and thumb, thumb, pinch, thumb, and thumb. Hit that little back arrow to rewind the video and keep looping it, but I think most of you get the idea. Measure 3, we go right into the verse. similar to the last measure we played, a little slightly different though, but we got thumb alone, pinching 4 and 2. Then we end it by doing thumb on the 5th and the 3rd string with my pointer finger, my ring finger, I mean my index finger, my pointer, and then the thumb on the 4th. So it's the ending is 5, 3, 4, thumb and thumb. So that whole measure is just thumb, pinch 4 and 2, thumb and thumb. I think you guys get it, not that difficult. Now we have this cool descending line. We had that 5th string open as our bass note, which would have been here, and now we drop it to the 4th fret. So we're gonna play the 4th fret on the 6th string. This is measure 4 here. Then I'm pinching 4 and 2. So it's a 6th string, 4 and 2. Then the fingers are thumb on 6. We do the 3rd string open with my pointer, and then the thumb on the 4th. So that's the ending, 6, 3, 4. So we have 6, pinch 4 and 2, 6, 3, 4. We hear that in context. Measure 5, and after measure 6, we'll add the lyrics so you guys can sing it too. 5, we got a new chord shape, changes here. 2nd fret on the 6th string, 1st fret on the 4th string, and then we have the 2nd fret again on the 3rd string with the ring finger. So I got middle on the 2nd fret, then my pointer plays the 1st fret on the D string, the 4th string, then my ring finger plays the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. And we're doing 6, pinching 4 and 2. And here it almost sounds like a flub, but he does a very quick hammer on the 6th string open to 2. You don't have to do it if that's gonna trip you up, but it's a nice little extra color. And I say it might be an accident because I don't hear him do it again in the song, but it's clearly there as a hammer on. So 6, pinch 4 and 2, then we hammer on the 6th string, and then immediately hit the 3rd string with my pointer, then back to the thumb on the 4th. So 6, pinch 4 and 2, hammer on the 6th, 3rd string, and then the 4th. Cool little measure. Measure 6, all we need is the 3rd fret on the 4th string. That's it, and we're doing this. We'll do 6 and 7 together here. So 6 is 6th string alone, pinch 4 and 2. Then it is 6, 3, 4, 1. And I'm doing my middle finger to get that high E string. So 6, pinch 4 and 2, 6, 3, 4, 1. And I'm doing thumb, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb, middle. And then into the next measure, same exact chord, even easier. It's just 6, 4, 6, 3, 4, thumb. That's it. Let's do those two there, 6 and 7 together. One more time. It's a cool little sound because that open and that 3 are the same notes. So it's a really unique to the guitar because there's not many instruments where you can play the exact same note in 2 different positions. So it's the same note, but it's a different timbre. It's just a cool thing that stringed instruments can do. How did I not notice that my microphone was in frame the whole time? We're very professional here on Mike's Music Method. Let's take the whole thing from the top and we'll add the first lyric, which is down the street the dogs are barking and the day is a-getting dark. Really slow. 2, 3, 4. Down the street, the dogs are barking, and the days are getting dark. That's it. Not too difficult. Remember on your keyboard, that J button, that back arrow will jump you back in time. L's forward, front arrow. You can use K or the space bar to play and pause. Those are super helpful shortcuts. And if you're doing this on your phone, you're a fool. Sorry, I don't want to criticize you. However you can practice your guitar, but get yourself a desktop if you can afford one, or a laptop, or even an iPad. I don't know how people learn on their phone. But anyway, let's keep going with the song. You're doing great. You know what it's time for? It's time for the donation pitch. Oh, yes, it is, here at Mike's Music Method. I got about 6,000 subscribers right now. Not quite yet, almost there. Thanks to all and everyone who is supporting. Thank you. You're making this channel possible. You're helping it grow. And so many people are getting an absolutely free fingerpicking and music education because of your donation. So keep that in mind. And for anyone who isn't supporting, please consider, maybe it's $30 a month, maybe it's $100 a month, maybe it's $5 a month, maybe it's a one-time donation when you have the extra funds. Every buck you give buys me more time. I want to get the whole Towns catalog, more John Hurt, more Dylan, and I really want to bring accurate tutorials to you all in a digestible way, which is what I've been doing. So help me out, buy me some more time so I can keep doing this stuff. And that's it. You know what you're doing. Make finger picking great again, and help me out so that I can keep doing this. These videos take a lot of time and effort. So if you're getting value from this channel, just simply consider giving value back. What is this video? What have these videos been worth to you? Just consider that, please. But let's go back to our song. Measure 8. Here's the moment in the song where, with his singing and the guitar playing, it's very difficult to get super in there and accurate. I know some people have like really cool programs where you can almost get rid of the vocal. I should almost look into that, but I'm just listening to the regular recording, and it gets pretty buried. I think I got most of the notes. Some of the in-between notes, it may not be exactly right, I'm willing to admit here, but it's pretty darn close, and it's going to sound just like it to your layman's ear, unless you're goofy like me and a few of you other obsessed anal listeners out there. So we go way to the 3, 5, 7th fret. Now again, it looks weird when you have the capo on. It's technically the 10th fret, but it's 7 frets up from the capo. And we're there on the 5th string, playing that note. We're doing thumbs going back and forth, the next two measures between 6 and 5. But that 5th string is going to move notes a lot. So we got 6, and then I'm pinching 5 and 2. Then I'm doing 6, 3 with my pointer. Then I go back to the 5th string, and I'm moving that 5th string down to the 5th fret there. And you can probably move to your index finger. I guess that would make more sense. But 6, pinching 5 and 2. Then it's 6, 3, then back to the 5th string there. So get that really clean, because only at the last minute am I moving from 7 to 5. The very last minute, you'll notice it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Only when I get to that 4th beat am I moving last minute, because I want that to ring. Boo, doo, very last minute there. Cool measure. Let's go right into the next one here. Then we go down to 4, but wait for the last minute for it. We have 6. Then we're going to pinch the 5th string and the 1st string. And now we got the 4th fret there, so I'm pinching 5 and 1. So it's 6 string, pinch 5 and 1. Then it's 6, 2 with my pointer finger. 6, 2, 5 again. But it doesn't have to move this measure, it stays on 4. 6, pinch 5 and 2. 6, 2, 5. Let's do those two measures together. Go back to where we're on the 7th fret, which looks like the 10th fret. Really cool. In this verse, when he does it later, he doesn't repeat it, but here he repeats what we just did. So it's 6, pinch 4 and 2. Or sorry, 5 and 2. 5 and 1. So it's 6, pinch 5 and 1. 6, 2, 5. It's just two of the same measures in a row there. Sounding good. Well, let's add the lyrics to that part and then we'll keep going. From the top, we'll just practice as we go along here. We'll add the words. Good practice for everybody. 2, 3, 4. Down the street, the dogs are barking, and the day is a-getting dark. As the night comes in a falling, minor instrumental section, so I'm on 11. We have that same chord we saw before. We got 2 on the 5th string and the 1st fret on the 4th string, and that's all we're gonna need. These measures are really cool. I like them a lot. I'm totally butchering it. But here we go. 11 is 5, then we're pinching 4 and 2. I'm using thumb and middle, but thumb and pointer would work fine too. 5, 4 and 2, 6 alone, then immediately you're gonna hit 3 with your pointer finger, then 4 alone. So the thumb is doing 5, 4, 6, 4, that tricky 3-note pattern. Right, get used to that. If this is new to you, this might take you several weeks, honestly, of getting your brain, because you can't think about it. Your brain's going to have to recognize that as its own pattern. So that's a lot of muscle memory work, you know, put on an audio book or something and go to town. So we have 5, pinch 4 and 2, 6, 3, 4. Then we do the same exact thing, but we're sliding our left hand up to 4 and 3. And it's the same thing, which was 5, pinch 4 and 2, 6, 3, 4. So we'll do both of those. Then right back to where we were, 2 and 1. Same exact thing. And now here we start the next stanza. But that is the first half of the verse. Second half is very similar, and that's it. And then the song just repeats, so you're like 90% of the way there. We're doing it! We're doing it! So measure 14, we're kind of starting like we did at the beginning. Then we descend to that 4th string part. Were those notes different, or is that exactly the same? Oh yeah, the only difference here is he's doing 6, then he's hitting 4 with a 1 instead of 4 with 2. I'm hearing that high E string ring out. Then it's 6, 3, 4. Back to that, you know, chord shape here. Same exact thing as before, but without the hammer on, so it's exactly the same as 5. Oh, my kids are out in the snow through the window. We just got dumped on like 10 inches or something here in Pittsburgh. Hi, guys. And the 2 of the 3 kids are out there with my wife playing in the snow. So anyways, this measure, like I said, is 16 is the same as 5, but without the hammer on. Hi, it's a 6, pinch 4 and 2, 6, 3, 4. And then back to the next thing, which is the same, just that 3rd fret on the 4th string. I think the pattern's different. It's 6, 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, 1. And I'll play that a few times so you can catch it. Thumb with middle, thumb, index, thumb, middle. Now we're on 18. We've seen this before too. Just 6, 4, 6, 3, 4, right? Thumb, 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 and thumb. So far it's all been looped, and I promise we'll do a bunch of slow run-throughs with the lyrics, but let's keep going since we're almost there. We are at 19, and we go back to the same thing we've seen before, where we're way up on the 7th fret, which looks like 10. Go down 2 frets, go down 1 fret. He only does that once, and then he goes straight to that 2-1 chord. So it's interrupted. Keep that in mind. He does not loop. He doesn't do that fret. He doesn't do the measure where you're on the 4th fret twice here. And you'll notice the lyrics are different, and that's my cue. It's like I know the lyric comes where the chord moves earlier this time. And here it's the same thing. That 2-1 goes up to 4-3. But here it's quicker. So measure 18, 19, 20, 21. Measure 22. He goes up to 4 and 3. He does 5th string, pinch 4 and 2. But then he goes right back down. He doesn't continue the measure. He only does 2 beats. Then he goes back to 2 and 1. And it's 5, 3, 4. So it's quick movement in that measure. And in this song, you can get away with slides. It's up to you. You know, it's kind of a cool sound. I'm pretty sure he's letting some of that happen too. I don't think he's like too stiff about picking it up. But that measure one more time. Here's if you let it slide. Pretty similar in sound. Let's keep going. What are we on? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And he lifts them all up. 5, pinch, 4 and 2. Then he actually does the 6th string here, which he does not do at the beginning. 6, 3, 4, 2. So the ending is 6, 3, 4, 2, which is thumb, pointer, thumb, middle. So that measure, thumb, pinch, thumb, and the very last measure of the song. Thumb on 5, pinching 4 and 2, 6, 3, 4. That's it, kind of like the beginning, but you have the 6th string in there. If I did that second half and fast forward and it seemed like too much, well, just make sure you go back earlier in the video, watch it again where I describe those measures in more detail, because I don't want to be redundant. I'd rather err on the side of doing slightly less, because you can always hit rewind. I have no idea what skill level you all come to this video at, and I'm trying to make it somewhere in the middle. So if you're a beginner, you can grasp it, but I hope I don't bore the advanced player too much. But just like you beginners have a rewind button, you advancies, you pros, don't get mad at me if I'm looking out for the little guy, okay? You also have a fast forward button. Use it. I also put timestamps right down under here. Those are helpful, right? You can jump ahead and go back to the various parts of the video. You can also email me. I'm a friendly guy. I do get a lot of emails from great people like you. But to be honest, I 99% of the time I'm responding to these emails. And I also try to respond to all the YouTube comments. I feel like I'm pretty good about that. The channel's at like a fairly good size where I can still do that. I hope I can always do that. But yeah, so ask questions. That's all I'm trying to say. Reach out if you're stuck. I want to help you. The community wants to help you. All right, let's put the lyrics in. And you got it. We'll get it up to speed. And it's a beautiful, beautiful song. This section is all for you singers out there who want to play along with this song. It's also helpful, too, for you pickers who need the vocal cue to understand where the heck in the song are we, because it can be pretty abstract just finger picking the whole time. So from the top really slow, we'll do the first verse. 3, 4. No, sorry. 3, 4, pinch. So we're at the intro. Down the street, the dogs are barking, and the days are getting dark. As the night comes in falling, the dogs will lose their bark. I know it seems really slow, but I just want to make sure you're picking it all right. So at the end of that measure, I'll do that again, 11, 12, 13. I'll do 13 one more time. And the silent night will shatter from the sounds inside my mind. Yes, I'm sorry, I gotta scroll. I should print this. So we got measure 18. Yes, I'm one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. I think I messed something up there. I don't know that measure should be doubled. Let me listen to the song and get back to you on that. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Measure 22 does not happen twice. But thankfully, a little mistake at the end of the song. So therefore, measure 23 is going to be where he goes back to that open thing. If you're confused, you were confused before. The tab is now correct. So whatever you got from my website, it has been updated and corrected. So excuse that little error I made a couple of minutes ago. I will write it in the text below. But now I'm just leaving notes to myself because this is going to make no sense to you in terms of what's been edited at what sequence and moment in time. So I will shut up and let's play through the second verse nice and slow. I've got a nice viewable version. I have no idea how these words go though. But we will end. Let's go from 21, 22, 23. So he's just ending that first verse. And then we repeat back to the top of the verse. From the crossroads of my doorstep, my eyes start to fade. So there I didn't do the hammer on in that measure 5. And I turn my head back to the room, and I 1,000 miles behind. There we go. That ending's so much better. That's obviously it. Cool. I don't know these words. You see how I'm struggling through it? This is part of the process. What I always do is get the microscope, right? From the crossroads of my doorstep, my eyes start to fade. From the crossroads of my doorstep, my eyes start to fade. And I would do that 20 times. From the crossroads of my doorstep, my eyes start to fade. Now, the reason you can do that 20 times and not get bored, or at least in theory you won't get bored, is if you're at first hyper-focused on the guitar. Not only are you playing the right notes, but the right rhythm with the right feel. Yeah, come on in. But then also you can focus on the lyrics. Not only memorizing the lyrics, but then hyper-focus. Am I in the right melody? Am I in the right place? So much to think about. Get out the microscope, repeat ad nauseum. Hi, what's up, Fee? The last verse, just so we got it, I'm gonna start on measure, let's start at the end here, measure 23. And we'll do it together. I don't know the words. It's a restless, hungry feeling that don't mean no one no good. It's a restless, hungry feeling that don't mean no one no good. When everything I'm saying, you can say it just as good. 3, 4 with everything I'm saying, you can say it just as good. You arrive from this, these words are so good. You arrive from your side, and I arrive from mine. We're both just one too many mornings, and 1,000 miles behind. So I need some work on it. I'm gonna rehearse it and I'm gonna record that, my little intro, once I get good at it. And this is all that you do. You go slow, you go steady, repeat as much as you have to. Get that microscope. Don't be hesitant to do half a measure at a time, quarter of a measure at a time, 2 notes at a time until your brain really understands it. I'm being redundant. This is what I do. This is what it takes to get good at guitar. You got to be redundant. That's practice. You're doing the same thing again and again and again and again, expecting different results, which I also think Einstein said was the definition of insanity. So as good guitar players, you're all mentally insane, according to Einstein, or whoever that quote is attributed to. But that's it. This is an awesome song. I want to get a good version of this down. I always say I'm going to practice these songs, and I never do, because I just go on to making the next song for you all. I have 3 kids. There's not enough time in the day to do all the things that I love to do. So maybe I won't get good at this song, but one of you guys get good at the song and then post it and share it with us. Sometimes you guys send me videos, but it's been a while, so I want to see your journey. Email me a video of you playing one of these songs that you learned from the channel. Let me know if I could share it with the community. And we'll just get excited about these songs because they're beautiful. All right. Later, guys. Yeah.